Hi there, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching and welcome. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So this one is about the only thing you need to know. Whew. I asked my guides, how can I even talk about that? But they said it's simple. And as I love my favorite Chinese wise Lao Tse, who says, truth is always simple, and if it is not simple, it is not truth. Because the only one making it complicated is the brain, the intellect, the half brain most of us are using, aka the logic male brain. And with that, you're missing out the other half that, together with the first half, forms the whole, the feminine, the other side of the brain, the right brain, aka holistic, feminine, intuitive. So here we go. The only thing you need to know is in one sight of Yeshua, and I call him Yeshua in his original Aramaic language, and I don't like the Latin version that has only regarding the holy vowels an E and an U. Jesus. E for speaking your truth, the throat chakra, as I'm toning with the holy vowels in the toning exercises, and the U for grounding, connection with Mother Earth, the planet that endures us, nurtures us, holds us, feeds us, with everything, not only fruit and things growing, but earth energy. She is a mother. Why do you think it's called Mother Earth and not Father Earth? Because that does not fit and does not feel right. She is motherly. That's the collective consciousness inhabiting this planet, like every planet is inhabited by collective consciousnesses that united together and overcame fighting, and this is my opinion and that is your opinion, and all the human nonsense we are producing, and we're kind of led to do like that by all the so-called authorities that put that in our head. So the only thing you need to know is this sight of Yeshua, who has the E, the U, and the A for the heart, Yeshua, because A is the vowel of the heart. And he said, I'm nearer than hand and feet. I live inside your heart. So it's a living God, not the figure, the mocked image of suffering and death we are in the Western world presented with in our churches. There's a dead figure hanging on the cross. And when I came to Brazil the first time in my life, of course, my Brazilian friends wanted me to show around all the things to see, and they brought me to that mountain called Corcovado, where the Christ statue, the Crystal Redentor, Christ the Redeemer, is standing with open arms, a living God, like saying, come all to me. I'm waiting for you. You are welcome. Come all. So all you need to know is within your own heart. And there is a special kind of access via your heart to your soul, and it's in your heart and not in your head. Had some clients asking me, oh, somebody said that the seat of the soul is in the third eye, in the head. No, it is not. I don't believe that. I think the third eye is only an outpost of the soul. But the real seat of the soul, to me, is in the heart. And I made a video with the help of my guides, the Elohim, and all their wondrous energy on my YouTube channel that I called for myself How to Go Inside. And then I had to make this experiment, which I even muscle tested before. Shall I do it? Is it good? Shall I really do it? Because I, as an ex-graphic designer, come from working in the advertisement. So I know about all the marketing stuff, about making thumbnails and nice pictures and screaming headlights to attract the attention, which is kind of working with the lie, because very often in the package inside is not what is written outside, and we are kind of predestinated and trained to fall for the nice outside and don't go inside and don't check what is really inside, not even in ourselves. The whole world is about distraction and going outside. Everything is outside. Find your master outside. No, it is not. I have to say that. Sorry, don't want to offend anyone, but okay, there was this CEO man approaching me via email and saying, oh, it hurts to see your good content and you don't get the views and blah, blah, blah. And I already had the feeling, oh no, that's not my way. And then I asked and muscle tested my guides, the Elohim, and out came, yes, you can do it. Yes, it is good. Yes, try it. So I tried it. Well, that's the problem if you allow someone with a different energy into your own field, working on your videos or whatever you put out. And that man, I assume he wanted the good, but he just distorted because he did not understand and did not get really what that video, the meditation, is about. So he made a catchy title, Discovering Inner Peace Through Meditation, which is kind of leading astray, and you think, oh, another guided meditation, finding peace, blah, blah, blah. And as I am a non-techie and don't know how to redo it, I gave him 2 tests to work on 2 of my videos. Yes, they got more clicks and views, but this is not what I'm about. I want to reach the real people, the real seekers who really need the information, and not the ones who just come by and then they leave their, well, I have to say comments, but in my head, there's another word. They just leave their poop on my doorstep, like a dog pooping anywhere. And I didn't ask them for their opinion. I don't go to their doorstep and leave my unwanted and unasked for opinion there. But they think they have to comment everything that they dislike and so on. Okay, that was also a lesson I had to learn, to not react to things that are just not worthwhile, the time and the energy. So that guy changed a little bit and brought more views, but it's misleading in my opinion. And I can only advise you, go and check out on my YouTube channel the video with the false name, Discovering Inner Peace Through Meditation. It is a guided meditation where I guide you with the help of my instrument, the monochord, which is producing wonderful overtones in the right frequency. to go inside your heart and open there the door to your soul space. That is exactly like the ancients build their temples. The temple in Jerusalem was built with a 4-chamber, like our heart has a 4-chamber, and with the main chamber that was always divided from the 4-room, the 4-chamber, by some kind of curtain. And the ancients called that inner chamber the Holy of Holy. That's the same within your heart. Why do you think this body is built the special way and the organs? Everything has meaning, only we don't get it. That's why I try to explain it to you, and I hope you get at least a little bit. Although in the comments I find a lot of unnecessary questions and things like where I ask myself, don't they listen? Don't they have ears? And then I kind of hear the side of Yeshua. Ears you have, but you don't listen. Eyes you have, but you don't see. Well, I was like that before. I was lost, and now I feel I'm found. And this is not ego coquetry. It is always humbling to go into your own heart's and soul's space. And I even had a few clients with whom I did that one-on-one via online methods. And the last one I had yesterday, and that was so fantastic. That woman opened the door in her heart to the main chamber, the Holy of Holy, the soul's space. And I asked her afterwards to describe what she saw, felt, experienced, and she said and described exactly how I perceive it. But that must not be the same for you. Everybody has a different library of images and words and feelings inside. So spirit world, your soul, uses what is there in the library to give you a hint, a picture, an idea, an image. So to me, the forum is, of course, imagine you are inside of an organ. There is dimly lit reddish light, and it's kind of a room. And if you look around, there is a door. To me, it is a rectangular door where already around the frame and under the door, there is white light shining through. And she described the same. And then I asked the people who watched that meditation, and I asked that client yesterday to go and open up the door and enter the Holy of Holies, the soul space in your heart where there is the connection to your own divine soul. And she described that she was just in white light. No walls, no surrounding, not even a ground standing on, just white light. And she felt home, like E.T. said, home. But you have to turn the finger around. The universe is the one inverted. It's all inside. That's why the ancients called us, not only humans, but a microcosm, a world in small, and the macrocosm is just the mirror of what is inside. So home is here. Home is where the heart is. The vernacular says that, and it's true. And to me it's the same. When I enter through that door, I'm in the white light room that some other NDE experiences describe as well as a white room with white light or kind of white mist all around. They can't see walls. It's seemingly endless, no limitations. and they feel at home, they feel loved, they feel acknowledged, and they can ask there any question, ask for any advice, or just kind of lay down and stretch out like you do sometimes on the grass and just feel Mother Earth energy that's nurturing you. And you can do that in your hearts and soul space as well, and just recharge your batteries, get the good white light energy of Source, where your soul is a fractal of, so it carries all the same characteristics like the divine source. And she was so happy, and she had an NDE also 40 years ago, that client, she told me afterwards. And she already was there, and she recognized it again. She had been, during her NDE, in this white light room, and then they had brought her to the hospital, and the young doctor had operated on her and got out by cutting her, how's it called in English? Her main blood vein here on the neck. No, it's not the head, on the throat, where a blood thing, like a cluster, a clumps, was blocking, and before it could go up, she was already dead, considered dead by the doctors, and he did this operation on her, and she, in the white room, being happy, being home, finally. She felt like a hand was coming and dragging her back into this body, into this 3D material world. So, let that sink in, please. And if you only consume what the YouTube algorithm is feeding you, right into your mouth, and then you go to the next video and click on that, and you don't even give yourself time to digest, and you're not able to make a step on your own and look at a channel if you encounter a video that kind of touches you. I do that. If I encounter a video that comes across my path, or my guides make me stumble across something, I go to the channel on my own and have a look at the person and have a look at what is there else to see or to watch, to get a better, more full impression of what I'm dealing with. Then I can't help you. If you only eat what you get fed, then you get fed by the mainstream, which distracts you on purpose. They want to create confusion so that you don't know where to go and what to do. And I get emails from people asking me, oh, what shall I do? I'm trying Kundalini meditation or third eye opening or astral projection, and it's not really working. People, a spiritual path starts with the first step. Remember the story from the Bible, one of the not redacted, because they didn't really get what it was about. Remember the image of Jacob's ladder. And I made a video about the whole spiritual path in one symbol, the staff of Hermes, which is more or less the whole chakra system, including the Kundalini, and also like the Jacob's ladder. If you climb a ladder here in the material world, do you start with the first rung or with the third, the fourth, the fifth? Usually you should start with the first one. And the fourth and the fifth is Kundalini meditation, opening third eye and grabbing for astral projection. You are like an innocent, not knowing child in the candy store, and you just stuff in everything that looks nice and sounds nice, and afterwards you get nausea and you feel sick and bad and even have to throw up. That's what happens if you start with the wrong rung on the ladder. I don't get why you don't get it. Some of you get it. Luckily, I can see that in the comments. But a lot of people are so confused. And here again, I have to cite Yeshua, my beloved Yeshua, although I did not meet him in the astral, but I met his companion, the divine feminine, the goddess in all of us, because our soul has a male part and a female part, and it's about combining them, uniting them, and not fighting against each other, and the male is more and knows more and is logic and whatever, and suppresses and dominates the female part in yourself. Every man, every woman has a female and a male part of the soul. And we are made to believe that only the male, it's a man's society, that's the right way, the logic, the rationale. No, it is not. It is like as if you are driving, another analogy. That's why all the masters talked in analogies, because otherwise we don't get it. At least we use our imagination and the power of visualization. That's why I don't insert pictures. That's again ready-made food and you just consume it and you don't do anything. There is no movement, no change inside of yourself happening. So that's why it's so important. And now I lost the track. I talk too much. Please help me back, my guides, what to say and where to continue. Bear with me a moment, please. No, it's gone. Ooh, I feared that already happening because I felt and I had arguments with my guys, the Elohim, about that, you know. How can I try to deliver just a single piece of truth? I'm human. I can't even keep my thoughts together and I'm digressing and whatever. And why me? Why do you want me to put myself out here on YouTube? I'm old, I have wrinkles and whatever, and I don't even like to see myself. And they said, exactly because you don't want it, that's why we want you. And I kind of stunned, said, yeah, but why? I don't get it. Why? Please explain more. And they said, the ones so eager to teach, to be the master, the guru that others follow, these are the wrong ones because they are so eager to do it. And in there, then there is the ego that wants to be famous and wants this and that and whatever, you know. And I'm not interested in that. I just would love to have a normal, silent little life with my birds and the plants, and I really appreciate more the company of plants and animals than humans, because humans, to me, I still don't understand them, although I'm a human myself. Yes, I know that's kind of the contrary of what I'm saying, but there's so much that I don't get in this world. That's why I am a starseed, coming with faint memories from other places and spaces that make me not fit in here and make me have different ideas and different viewpoints. But exactly because of that, they want me to share and to put my head out here and talk to you. Okay, here we go. I learned to listen to them more and more, because every time when I don't listen and I don't follow, it's not really working well. Oh, at least now I got a little point of a theme back. I started with this guy working on my videos. You know, if someone has a different energy and is on a different page, he will only kind of muddy your waters. That is why it is so important to go inside your own heart and soul space and ask there your own soul that is with you since the beginning of time, and it knows you better than you yourself. It also knows all your blind spots that you are about to discover. Ask there for help, for advice, your questions, and you will get an answer in which form, however, as a feeling, as an image, maybe some kind of figure is appearing, and you don't need to know who that is, how the face is looking like. Sometimes in my white room there appears a figure just with a gesture showing me something. And the latest, when I was there in the last time, several times, I always got the same figure doing something like that, which I understood, and I asked back, do I get it right? Please explain more. And then I heard, calm down, relax, everything is good, only you cannot perceive it because you still live in time and think you're in the process and it has to materialize and you have to do this and that and tomorrow is another day. On the other side of the so-called veil, where there is no time, because time is an illusion. The old saints were right. And nowadays, quantum physics is saying the same. Isn't that interesting? There is no time. They already see the result and they said, relax. The light has already won. So stop worrying and stop torturing yourself. Just relax, because when you are relaxed, everything is flowing with the flow of the divine life force. If you're so tense and eager and whatever, you're kind of blocking the flow. Musicians know the expression being in the flow. Suddenly, sometimes when I'm drumming, all the walls are falling away. I'm sitting in the great nowhere and nothing, and there is not even little Gabrielle moving her hands and drumming the drum. I am played, I am drummed, there is only sound. And I told you that sound is so important. It's not the words we speak, it's the sound, it's the frequency and vibration we emit, knowingly or not, wantingly or not. And what some people say about my voice, I don't hear. That's a human construct. You don't hear your own voice the same way others hear it. And I can't even verify what you tell me, that my voice is so calm and soothing and whatever. And I suppose it's their energy that they let flow through me while I'm making, the little jack in the box here and stick my head out of my living room and do these videos for you. Coming back, because I, as a little ego, still need my theme to try to cling on to, that I know, I have to speak about that, because this is all raw and pure. And that's why it's authentic. I don't have a script, I only have a title that I try to stick to, and this title is The Only Thing You Need to Know. And this is inside your heart, so please go there. I made the video how to go inside, and if it is not working for you the first time, well, then try it another time and another time. Because it's rarely a one-shot thing like we are made to think. It is not. Repetition is a very important tool. Both kind of sides use. But the thing is, a lie does not become true only because it's repeated and repeated and repeated in the world by the darkness or the counterforce or the bad guys, however you want to call that. But bad guys or something like that already polarizes, and you're kind of putting the finger on them. They are the bad ones and we are the good ones, so we're against the bad ones. So what do you have? Fight, division. And that's their tactic: divide and conquer. If we are divided and not united, they can manipulate us much easier. So the white or light side, or I don't even know a better word for that. There is only side in my head, but it's not a side. Let's say part of the whole. Yeah, that's better, like the brain with the two parts. The light part also is about repetition, but truth only gets stronger if you repeat it. And if the meditation is not working for you, then maybe it is not for you, and you better move on and search and seek somewhere else for whatever you want to find or you are seeking for. I know my guides provided the energy for the right ones to enter their heart space during this meditation and have their own experience. And that is all I want. Because when you have your own experience, when you find the space where you can ask all your questions and you can receive answers and help and energy and whatever you need, then you don't need me or any other master or guru or teacher to follow. And this is all what I want, because truth is alive in our hearts, in every one of us. So if you look outside, good luck with that. I tried it for 60 years. It's not working. Sorry to disappoint you. You can spend your whole life searching outside and you will not get anywhere. So please use that meditation, go inside. And if it's not working after several trials, then it is not meant for you, and it's not a judgment. You're not ready or not good enough. No, maybe you need it a different way. So let's leave it there. And some other things are coming to my mind. They say I have to mention. That's a funny thing. Okay, here we go. I had a client with a lot of pain, and I felt that there was some energy attached to her, even through the screen, just doing a consultation as a medium online. So I did the quantum healing and cleansing of her field, and she felt the relief, and she said, oh, I'm feeling different. There's not this shoulder pain any longer. And I tried to deliver whatever I was meant to deliver, and then we finished the session. And a few days later, she came back, kind of going back to the store and reclaiming, it didn't work. And I asked her, what did you do? And she said, oh, I'm going to bed every evening since then, and I'm using positive affirmations, and I say to myself, tomorrow I'm healthy and pain-free. And I said, oh my God. Tomorrow sets the whole positive affirmation up for failure. A thing that developed for 20 years with back pain and whatever. You cannot expect, that's really delusional, that it goes away just overnight like the wonder. Sometimes it happens, but not always. And if you put into the positive affirmation, tomorrow, and you wake up tomorrow and it's not away, your pain is still there, you know what happens then? You fall into a hole, you think, oh, it didn't work. all your energy is going down. And if you're in low energy, again, the same entities can come back. You're quasi inviting them, calling them back in again. And that's why the so-called good parts from the spiritual world, they refuse to give future prognosis. They say future is not fixed. It's a field of possibilities and probabilities. Of course, your past choices influence that field and your present choices as well. But if you say, tomorrow I'm pain-free, tomorrow I'm healthy, and you wake up tomorrow and you're not, then you're ruining your own experience by just phrasing something wrong. I had another guy, or maybe it was a woman, I don't know, with these little icons where you don't see anything of the person and fantasy names that don't tell you anything. So let's just say neutrally, the person said after watching my video about clearing your field and cutting cords, that person wrote, "Oh, I wrote down the names of the people I want to cut cords with and I cut it with a scissor." Yeah, that's a great idea. But what about the names from former lives, from entities you don't know in this life, so you miss them out? That's why I phrase it so generally and say, cut all the negative cords that don't bring fruit for me in this life. That includes the one you don't know. But if you like to play around with your limited mindset, okay, go ahead. That's your free choice. I can only tell you, you're doing something wrong. And then you wonder afterwards why it does not work. And you try to accuse me as the medium. I did what you said and it's not working. Well, if you do it wrong, it's not my fault. It's your fault. Sorry. Sorry, dear ones. You really have to come to grips and understand what I am saying. You have ears, but you don't listen. I cannot change that. I can only use what I have here in the 3D. I have to use language which is not appropriate. And I want to give you another clue about something that really drives me mad and makes me really angry. You know, Yeshua was a human person. He was born into the community of the Essenes, who left the big cities because they wanted to do their own thing, and they grew their own food, and they were vegetarians and whatever, like hippie communities tried to move out from the mainstream mindset in the towns and wherever they lived before, and be together with like-minded people and try to unite. So, genetically, it was prepared for Yeshua to incarnate there, because there his soul found the right ground, the right biological material to incarnate. And then he still had his soul path and his soul journey to unite and realize the Christ consciousness of the collective of the Christ beings that inhabit our sun, the ruler of our solar system, which is a sub-source of source, all that is the central sun. The whole universe is organized and constructed via geometry, which is just frozen sound and not words, and also mathematic and music. And you should know about the relation between music and mathematic, and the angles of the pyramids, they have a meaning. The harmonics, the fifth, the third, that's a mathematical kind of relation. And all this speaks if you only ponder upon that. So I lost the track again. Here we go again. Oh, I think I'll never get it out. So, and I know it's impossible to speak out the whole truth at once. So here we go, and my guides just smile and laugh. Okay, what did I want to say? Please, I need help from above. I don't know. But there's another thing coming to my mind. In the ancient times, all the monuments, the temples like Stonehenge or the pyramids were built on the crossing points of the ley lines. So if two ley lines meet, of course in the crossing point there is more energy. And these buildings were to harness this energy for healing and initiation. And in ancient times, people had to walk by foot for weeks and weeks to reach to Stonehenge or to come to Egypt, to the pyramids, or wherever they wanted to go. So you had to make an own effort to get to such a special sacred site. Nowadays, in the spiritual supermarket of YouTube, everyone from here and there can stumble into something, does not even understand where he is, what he's hearing, but he's leaving a comment. This is all bullshit. Channeling is imagination. Yeah, if you think like that, for you it is like that. Sorry, dear one, you will not get it like that. Not with that mindset. If you don't change and you don't open up, you can knock on the door as long as you want, and the truth inside is waiting for you, but you are blocking yourself. That's it. So only the seekers of healing or initiation went to the sacred sites. And the spiritual supermarket here in YouTube is just like the scene that's not that redacted in the Bible, not one of the totally falsified ones. When Jesus, as a young boy, came into the temple in Jerusalem, in the four-room, the four-chamber, he found the merchants, the money-lenders, and all these false prophets selling their stuff, and that is YouTube supermarket, spiritual supermarket. And what did Yeshua do? He threw them all out to keep the space clear. And this is what you have to do. All the things you thought you know and you thought you learned and you think this is truth. This world is upside down by the counterforce. It's all on purpose. Just look at the pentacle, the pentagram. Look what Leonardo da Vinci, a real initiate, tried to tell you with his drawing of the Petruvian men in standing in the pentagram. If you turn that around, then you have kind of the cliche image of the devil with the two horns, like the two parts of the pentagram upside. Every sign per se, every symbol is neutral. It depends how you use or abuse it. So if you turn a symbol around, that is meant as a white light or a white magic symbol, if you turn it around, then you have the black magic and you have a different meaning. But the symbol per se, it's not the fault of the symbol. It's the fault of the people abusing it. So you can't just generalizing say, oh, the pentagram is a witchcraft and blah, blah, blah. I really get mad when I hear that stupid stuff. And now I get back where I lost my track. It's about Yeshua and his language. he spoke Aramaic, and the falsely translated, our Father, in Aramaic starts with Abvund Bashmaya. So Abba in Aramaic is father, and or Umma is mother. So Abvun means the mother-father principle, or the other way around, the father-mother principle, translated to us as our Father. That's wrong. It is not just father. Source is motherly, fatherly, childly, and so much more. And we are fed with just He, the Lord, Father. It's always He. There is no feminine. The Mary Magdalene, they had to make a prostitute to mock the divine feminine, the goddess, which forms together with the God, the whole Godhead. That's the same thing like using just this one brain half, the male logic, rational one, and thinking by that you got it all. No, you don't. Sorry. And I'm really a bit angry, and I notice in myself that I get sharper and I'm not that soothing and calming anymore. But I also get the feeling since a while, kind of from the spiritual world, there is no much more time to waste with that unnecessary stuff we are kind of distracted by, on purpose, mostly. And we always fell for that again, and fall again. As I can see in some of the questions and comments I get, but I also see that there are people who get it, who react, who make a step inside. And I'm so happy and lucky that at least a few ones get it. No matter whether I'm ranting or talking soothingly with my calm voice, I don't care any longer. People, it's getting urgent. We're really in the storm that others also call the storm is upon you. And disclosure does not only mean that the government will finally, after 70 years and more of lying, admit to us, yes, there are extraterrestrials. It's about disclosure also here inside. And that can mean dismantling of false friends, like I said in the video before, or just hinted at that point. It means truth will prevail, and it is already prevailing, and it's coming out here and there and more and more. And if we don't change our upside down mindset to the truth that lives within our heart, that's why Yeshua said, I'm nearer than your hand and feet. I'm living inside of your heart. And he said, I am the way, I am truth, and so on. So if you don't go in there, I can talk as long as I like, and I don't like to talk too long. I'm already digressing and I lose the track, but I hope the important thing came through to the ones who are really listening, and I thank you for that. And all the others, please don't feel rejected, but there's still some inner work necessary. And I was there, been there, done that. I was outside, I was distracted, I tried everything. I ran after other mediums and masters and asked them, what can I do? Where do I have to go to? How can another one tell you where you have to go to? Only your heart, your own soul can tell you that. Because all the others, they have an agenda. I have so many clients struggling with their family members and their children, they, even if they are their children, they have their own agenda. They want to inherit the house. That's why they say to the old mother that can't get all the work in the house and around the house done, especially now after her husband, the father, died. She's now all alone in a big house, and the children tell her, "Oh, don't sell the house." And I see and hear and feel, because they want to inherit the house, but they don't think of the mother who has to do the work on her own. They are not coming, they're living elsewhere, far away, and they have the impertinence to say, "Keep the house, keep the house." They're only thinking of themselves, but not of the mother. And that's the sign of the empath. The empath is able to feel into the shoes of the other. That's why the empaths, the meek, the kind and friendly, abused by the psychopaths and narcissists in this world, who are unable to feel empathy and to think or feel themselves in the shoes of others. They are attracted as the opposite of an empath. They are attracted by empath, and they come and try to abuse you. And if you don't become wise and set healthy boundaries, you're just giving it away to the ones who will never acknowledge it and who will even trample on you. So this is not egoism, this is healthy self-care, like I said in one or two of my last videos. Okay, and now I'm really through. Well, let's see whether I really managed to publish this, because I am not content, but they are content. So, okay, I think I follow them. I leave it there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for enduring me ranting and being not that soothing and calm today, being a bit more harsh. But the purge and the quickening at the end of the cycle is upon us. So there's not more time to waste any longer. And you should have a look around in my library of videos on my YouTube channel. Not because I want it and I want more viewers or something like that. They nudged me to do all that. And in the beginning, I didn't even know how to put hashtags, and that I have to do that to become visible because of the algorithm of YouTube. So there are some old videos where there is only maybe a headline or a title that does not speak to you, but I can tell you in every video there is something for someone to find, to understand, to get his aha moment, and they are all infused with the energy of the Elohim, that I willingly be the instrument, humble and not perfect, but I do my best. So I leave you with that. Thank you very much, especially today, for watching. Blessings, love, and light to you on your soul path. And I hope you get the only thing you need to know. Anything else is not necessary. Go inside. All the answers are here, already with you. You only have to make a little effort and a step and use the meditation. And after maybe 3 or 4 times, you don't need me any longer. You don't need the meditation, because it's working like a GPS. Once you've been there, you can always come back, and your soul is awaiting you there every minute. It wants you to come home. Bye.